Okay, let's unpack this. When I first learned that buildings are responsible for nearly 40% of global energy-related carbon emissions, wow, it really brought home the urgency for sustainable construction. Made me wonder, what's the absolute pinnacle, the best of the best in green building? And that's exactly what we're diving into today, a LEED Platinum certification. For this deep dive, our mission is simple, really. We want to cut through the noise, give you the most important, maybe sometimes surprising insights from the sources on what LEED Platinum actually means, how a project genuinely earns it, and the truly compelling, sometimes overlooked benefits it offers. Think of this as your shortcut to being really well informed on the highest standard out there for green building. So many of you listening are probably familiar with LE certification, that globally recognized green building system from the U.S. Green Building Council, the USGBC. But maybe for those who need a quick refresher, what's its core purpose? Why was it even created?
Right. It's essentially a comprehensive framework. Think of it like a set of guidelines for creating buildings that aren't just energy efficient, but also healthy for the people inside and sustainable in the long run. The USGBC created it to give everyone a clear, measurable way to define green in construction, sort of cutting through any, greenwashing, and really setting a high bar for environmental responsibility.
Okay, and it all comes down to a point system, doesn't it? How does a project actually rack up those points? And what's the deal with that top-tier platinum level?
That's right. It's all points-based. Projects earn points across various environmental criteria, and the total score dictates the level: certified, silver, gold, or platinum. Now, what's fascinating here, and this is often a key insight for projects aiming high, while there are 100 base points available, you can also earn bonus points for innovation in design, so really thinking outside the box, and also for addressing specific regional priority concerns like local environmental issues. Honestly, those bonus points, they can really be the difference maker, the thing that pushes a project from gold up to platinum.
Right, right. So those points slot you into different tiers. And while certified, silver, gold are all great achievements, we're really zeroing in on platinum today. That means hitting, what, an impressive 80 points or more? It's really the top.
Absolutely, 80 plus points.
Yeah.
And that's where the real significance of platinum comes in. It signifies exceptional performance. It's not just about meeting a standard. It's about fundamentally rethinking how a building interacts with its environment. And with its occupants, too. It's really a statement, going way above and beyond in sustainable design, energy efficiency, and, importantly, occupant well-being.
That sounds like it touches on a lot of different aspects of a building. What are the key categories where projects earn these points? And maybe where do projects often find that winning edge to actually hit platinum?
Yeah, there are 7 core categories, each designed to capture a really holistic view of sustainability. You've got sustainable sites. That's about responsible land use, how you develop the site itself. Water efficiency, pretty self-explanatory, reducing water usage. Energy and atmosphere, which is a big one. Optimizing energy performance, integrating renewables. Then materials and resources.
Okay.
So responsible sourcing, less waste. Indoor environmental quality, huge focus on air quality, light, comfort for the people inside. And beyond those core ones, you have innovation, rewarding creative strategies, and regional priority for tackling those location-specific environmental challenges.
Okay, that's quite a list. Where's the edge usually found?
Well, many projects find their platinum edge by really maximizing points in energy and atmosphere, often through, advanced renewable energy solutions like solar or geothermal, or by cleverly leveraging those innovation and regional priority points that maybe some others overlook. They can add up. When you kind of connect this to the bigger picture, earning LEED Platinum truly means a building doesn't just meet standards, it actively surpasses conventional performance. It represents what the USGBC calls the pinnacle of sustainable construction excellence. It really showcases leadership, very tangibly, in the industry.
So, okay, it's not just about being green, it's about being exceptionally green, which sounds fantastic for the planet, obviously, but beyond that, what are the tangible benefits, like for a building owner, maybe an investor, even just the people working inside these places every day?
Oh, the advantages are really compelling. And they span, I'd say, 3 dimensions: environmental, economic, and human. Environmentally, yeah, we're talking significantly reduced energy and water use, which directly translates to lower greenhouse gas emissions, and just a much smaller environmental footprint overall, partly through that intelligent site design we mentioned.
Okay, and on the economic side, I mean, lower utility bills, sure, that's obvious, but what else?
Right. Beyond the utility savings, here's where it gets really interesting for owners and investors. A key insight: LEED Platinum acts as a powerful risk mitigator. It signals long-term asset resilience. It can often unlock preferential financing rates. It might even offer some protection against future environmental regulations. Things are heading that way, right?
Interesting point.
Plus, these buildings frequently see increased value, higher tenant demand. People want to be in these spaces. And don't forget, there's often access to local incentives, tax breaks, grants, specifically for these high-performing structures. Makes them incredibly attractive investments, frankly.
Okay, environment, economics, what about the human side?
Yeah, and this is powerful. It often gets underestimated, I think. Platinum-certified buildings offer superior indoor air quality, better natural lighting, enhanced thermal comfort. And these aren't just nice-to-haves. They tangibly contribute to improved health, comfort, and even productivity for the occupants. There are studies the USGBC found Lenith Dive certified buildings use, on average, 25% less energy and 11% less water. And lead and platinum buildings, they often outperform even those benchmarks significantly.
Oh.
So that translates directly to happier, healthier people inside. And let's be honest, a very positive brand image for the building owner or the company within it.
Okay, so let's say you're convinced platinum is the goal. But you're probably sitting there thinking, how on earth do you actually achieve that?
Yeah.
It sounds like an incredibly rigorous, detailed process. Where does the project even begin on this ambitious journey?
You're absolutely right. It's not a small undertaking, not at all. Getting to leaded platinum involves very detailed planning and rigorous execution, right from the very first concept.
Okay, so walk us through the broad strokes then. What are the major phases a project typically goes through?
Well, broadly, you can kind of think of it in a few key phases. First, there's the initial registration and selecting the right rating system for your project type. Then assembling your dedicated LEED team, super important. Developing a comprehensive strategy, deciding which points you're going for. Then the big part, the actual implementation of sustainable design and construction. And finally, the meticulous documentation and submitting for certification.
Okay, let's maybe pick out one or two aspects from those phases that are particularly critical for hitting platinum. Starting early on, after you've registered on LEED Online, chosen the right rating system, what's one crucial element that really sets platinum projects apart right from the get-go?
Good question. Beyond just picking the right system, is it BD plus C for new construction, ID plus C for interiors, O plus M for existing buildings, and D for neighborhoods or homes? One of the most critical steps, and honestly often overlooked by less ambitious projects, is building a truly integrated LED team. Yeah, this isn't just about hiring a lead consultant, though that's often part of it. It's about assembling a diverse group. Architects, engineers, construction managers, maybe energy modelers, landscape architects, and crucially, having them all on the same page, collaborating from day one. Their collaboration on every design decision, even the seemingly minor ones, makes all the difference in finding those synergies and optimizing for those crucial points later on.
That makes total sense, getting everyone pulling in the same direction early. So you've got that powerhouse team. Now you move into strategy and implementation. What are some of the most impactful design and construction strategies, the ones that consistently push projects into that platinum territory?
Right, this is where the real innovation happens. Because for platinum, just meeting minimums won't cut it. You're looking at things like comprehensive energy modeling. Not just once, but iteratively, refining the design constantly to fine-tune every system. You'll definitely see high-efficiency HVAC lighting systems, often integrated with smart building technology. Maximizing daylight and views that's not just for occupant comfort, though it helps, it's also for energy savings. Less artificial light needed.
Sure.
And a really big one for platinum is prioritizing renewable energy generation on-site. Solar panels are common, but also wind, geothermal. Moving towards net zero energy if possible. Material choices also become super critical. Opting for high recycled content, low VOC finishes that's volatile organic compounds, bad for air quality careers. And using regionally sourced materials. It isn't just checking a box. It's a deep commitment to reducing the building's embodied carbon footprint.
Okay, so incredible effort in design and construction. Then comes the paperwork, essentially. Documenting everything meticulously for review by the Green Business Certification, Inc., the GBCI.
Exactly. And it is meticulous. It's a rigorous, independent review. Every claim you make, every point you're trying for, needs robust supporting documentation, evidence. And if your project successfully earns 80 or more points during that really comprehensive review, then you are officially awarded LEED Platinum certification. Quite the achievement.
It really sounds like it. To truly bring this all to life, let's maybe look at some real-world examples. I think these projects really showcase the kind of innovation and dedication needed to earn platinum status.
Absolutely. Great idea. Take the NASA Sustainability Base out in California. This isn't just a building, it's practically a living laboratory for sustainability. What's truly remarkable isn't just that it achieved a net zero energy design, which is amazing in itself, but it's the story behind it. How engineers had to basically rethink every single system from the ground up, incorporating solar panels, sure, but also advanced ventilation, gray water recycling systems, really smart energy management, everything working together.
Wow, NASA pushing boundaries as usual.
Right. And then across the pond, you have the Crystal in London. This building is intended as a global beacon for sustainable urban development. What's stunning there is that it achieved dual certification, LEED Platinum and BREEAM Outstanding, which is the top UK equivalent.
Dual top ratings, that's rare.
Incredibly rare. It features things like ground source heat pumps, extensive rainwater harvesting, triple glazed windows, really pushing the envelope on energy efficiency in a dense urban setting.
Okay, and maybe one more example, perhaps something showing scalability.
Good point. Let's look at ITC hotels in India. What's truly impressive here is that all 11 of their luxury hotels have achieved LEED Platinum.
All 11?
Yes, it shows this isn't just for unique, one-off projects. They've done it through a consistent application of advanced HVAC and lighting, comprehensive waste management programs, extensive water recycling, rolled out across a large portfolio. It demonstrates that high-level sustainability can be standardized and scaled, even in the luxury hospitality sector.
Those are fantastic examples. So with all this incredible innovation and commitment driving projects to platinum, where's LEED itself headed next? What are the big trends shaping its future?
Yeah, IDI is definitely not static. It continues to evolve. IDI V5 is already in development, and it's designed to prioritize some major emerging trends. We're seeing a really significant push towards decarbonization and electrification, which means fundamentally moving buildings towards net zero emissions and relying much more on electric infrastructure, powered by renewables, ideally.
Getting rid of fossil fuels in buildings?
Essentially, yes. There's also a big focus on smart technology, leveraging sensors, the Internet of Things, IoT, artificial intelligence, using data to actively optimize building performance in real time, making buildings smarter and more responsive. And finally, a really important emphasis continues to grow on social equity and health, ensuring designs are inclusive, accessible, and actively prioritizing occupant well-being in new ways, thinking about the whole community impact.
That sounds crucial.
It is. These innovations are vital because they ensure LE remains the kind of gold standard in sustainable building, especially as the entire industry grapples with climate resilience and strives for a more equitable future. LED has to lead the way.
So reflecting on all this, what does it really mean for you, the listener, whether you're directly involved in construction or investment, or maybe you simply live and work in buildings every day? LEED Platinum certification, it's clearly so much more than just a benchmark or a plaque on the wall. It's really a powerful statement, isn't it? A statement of environmental leadership, a testament to forward-thinking design, and, as we heard, a clear indicator of long-term value and reduced risk. It's about building for resilience, for health, and definitely for the future. So maybe a final thought to leave you with. What could achieving this level of sustainability mean for the buildings you interact with daily, your workplace, your home, your community spaces? And thinking bigger, what kind of future are we building? Together, potentially one platinum certified structure at a time.